Hey, greetings everyone. Long time no see. It is GleeCon back again after about a week hiatus off on camera. We got another episode of Lore of Warcraft here. On our last episode, we got near the end of the Monster Guide, which is a Dungeons and Dragons book setting, and we basically read about like various kind of bosses, raid bosses, big figures like, I don't know that we did Ragnaros, but we did a couple of his minions. I think some of those other bigger ones have been covered in other settings. We also did way back up here, we took Erator on a mission, and then he did some things in Red Ridge as well as some Paladin things, and then we also took Varrock around through a few quests in the Barrens. Now, off camera, I've had sessions with Boom, 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 all of these guys, and we'll talk about them some as we play. So stay a while and listen as we jump in with Shalacir, our druid who is leaning toward the feral persuasion, as she hopefully finishes Darkshore today. So she's only got some Black Fathom Deeps quests. I believe that's all of them. Should be ready to go with that in a little bit. Now, the Tower of Althalax quest, we have the Mephistra relics. That's probably what we should do. We have the Absent-Minded Professor, but the Tower of Althalax is actually like a much higher level quest that you have to go to Ashenvale to start. So we will come do those, I guess, real quick, and then we'll move our way down. We've got a Lost Master. The one-shot, one-kill is our escort into Ashenvale. That will hopefully be what we finish. This is actually Black Fathom Deeps. And then we have that little Absent-Minded Professor. So let's get these Mephistra relics. Alright, so first let's address where have I been? So, yet again, we have had a situation where the overlap was just really bad. I have all of my Alliance characters except for Shalacir bottlenecked in Red Ridge right now. And then I have all of my Horde bottlenecked in the Barrens, except for Farinel. So that puts us in a situation where we just have so much overlap. So while I go about my life and then I make time amidst all the other games I'm playing and, in real life, I make time, okay, I'm going to sit down for a couple hours and I'm going to do some Warcraft Classic now. And lately, realistically, since I'm spending a lot of the time on Diablo 4 and finishing up God of War Ragnarok and stuff like that, that puts me being able to do that maybe once a day, sometimes twice. So despite being on an easier work schedule right now, I wanted to go north, my bad. So yeah, despite that, it's just the Diablo 4 is really the big culprit. It's taken up a lot of time. I'm really enjoying it. I'm playing the heck out of that. And again, one of these times I'll talk about it. So here's my solution, because as it is, when it happens like this, if I have to do 6 off-camera sessions, which is going to happen sometimes, in between 2 videos, that could be like has happened here. We had some Father's Day stuff going on, which made me miss a day, because I think it's been about 8 days, and I don't want to have that happen, unless, like, that's rare, and it's becoming too commonplace with the way that I've scheduled it. So here is my solution, my partial solution, my compromise. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to make more videos that are shorter in time. So what that will mean is, and I'm not going to do it for everything, like Shalacir here, she's going to still do an hour and a half, to strap on in for that. Plus, I wouldn't start this until the next kind of cycle with all my characters, since I usually like to cycle through and play one session with each one before I come back. And that's not always the system that I do with games. Like right now I have a Diablo 4 system, and that's not exactly what it is, but trust me, with the way my weird brain works, I've always got some system going on. But let's say, for instance, okay, so one good thing is my Horde are about to split up. The Talanji is going to head to Ashenvale on her very next session. Muln is going to switch to Stone Talon on his very next session, and Varrock will stay in the Barrens, but he's going to be on his own. So the Horde is about to diversify where everyone is doing their own thing. So they'll get full-length episodes anyway. But Red Ridge is going to be a few more episodes, at least. Probably 3 to 4 more, just because they're challenging. Some of the stuff is hard. And then after Red Ridge, they're going to break up. But there's, for some reason, I don't know why I mapped it this way, but I kind of have... There's a couple more bottlenecks ahead. Stranglethorn, because it's just such a big zone. Stranglethorn is inevitably going to bottleneck a couple characters. For some reason, Thousand Needles, I think, maybe because of how it serves as a gateway down into the south of Kalimdor, that's going to bottleneck some characters. So I don't want to be in this spot that we're in right now again. So my solution is this. Let's say that I have 3 characters bottlenecked in wherever, Thousand Needles. Or let's just take the current situation we have in Red Ridge. So we have 4 characters. Actually, Callie's not. She's technically in Stone Talon doing her own thing. She's just been kind of weird right now. She's like the odd duck, the odd one out. But let's say we have our 3 characters and we hit them with Red Ridge. Instead of doing one on camera, then doing the other 2 off camera, what I'm going to do is, let's say we'll call it an hour-and-a-half long chunk of playtime. I will break that into 3 mini chunks. So maybe I know I'm going to do, in that time period, 9 quests. That's probably a bit generous, the way that Warcraft Classic works, but let's just say for the sake of argument. So then what I would do is I'll do the first 3 on camera, then the next batch of 6, like with Erator, off camera. Then I would come back and I'll do the next 3, like when I get to Nessingwary, I'll do those 3 I just did off camera, then I'll hop on, I'll do a quick episode, a 30-minute or so episode, where he does the next little 3, and then he'll finish up the last 3. And then same thing with Millie, then she'd come in off camera, I would do those 6, but in the same day that I had set that time aside to do it, she'll hop on and I'll do the last 3 episodes. Just so this gives us 20 to 30-minute episodes, so we're still breaking the content down, the still same amount in terms of minutes, but that way I'm releasing new content instead of taking like these week-long hiatuses, week plus in this case, because I really think it's been like 8 days. So that's my compromise. If you think it sounds terrible, let me know if you have a strong opinion about it. Otherwise, I think it's probably going to be okay. I don't know if I should do these. Attack. I need some more moves for her, and I gotta also get myself ready for the rotation. Alright, the Methystra relics, I don't know what these are going to be. It's been a while since I've played this character. So Onu, way down to the south, wants it. That stinks. It gives me one-handed mace or two-handed sword. None of that stuff do I even use. Either way, druids use... There's a relic right there. Now I can... Growl. What does that do for me? Nothing. This helps me get through some zones. Okay, ow. Okay, I hit the bleed. I think at some point I'll get some other non-bleed stuff. Oh, she has to turn into a human to do that. Cast. Back to kitty cat form. Okay. She can't do anything in this form, man. She is... Yeah, I think I gotta find, like, a middle ground. I think that... I mean, obviously, really what she needs is to level up. Get some more skills. Oh, I didn't even see that dude there. Parrying my move. What I didn't realize is if you decide to like melee fight as a druid, or I mean as a shaman, then if you're in Ghost Wolf form, I found this out on the last episode. I mean, when I was off camera with my shaman, that you will like stay in Ghost Wolf form, and it will still like level up whatever your staff. So yeah, so I look forward to seeing this new development. I think it'll be a good compromise. That way we get new stuff cranked out, and maybe it'll also make, because these episodes can run a bit long, I know. So that maybe will help with some of the fatigue that comes from such long episodes. More for you guys, but a little bit on my part too. It can be a long time. I usually have a good time with it. You know, all of us are gamers. We all know it's pretty easy to just sit down and play for hours. That's not a hard ask or anything. Let's see, where are some relics? Well, I was hoping that they would actually be around here, but not like retail where you just go into the spawn point and because there's no one else doing this quest right now, you have a good time. No. Still, she needs the XP anyway. I'm gonna go with this combo where I hit 2. Her chance to hit is garbage. Someone yelled, "I'm winning." They're winning the game. They're winning the World of Warcraft. In case you weren't sure. But that, oh my gosh. You little so-and-so. I don't even know what that person is. Oh, warrior. I like Night Elf warriors. I'd say probably more than anything else, the reason why I like Night Elf warriors so much is that World of Warcraft board game I talked about. The little minifig or whatever you want to call it. I guess not a minifig, that's Legos, but I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Figurine. That dude must have gotten everything, or girl, because I don't see any of them, any of these spots where they're supposed to be. But the Night Elf warrior is a female Night Elf warrior, and it's a really cool. She's got like a katana kind of. Hoping I would see some. I mean, this is nice. It's giving me some. Oh, there's a battered chest. Why not? Giving me some like prelude into fighting Naga, although I did just get some of that off camera. So, oh yeah, let's talk about the journey off camera we had with old Erator as he continued his paladin quest. So in the last one, I believe I had said that there's finally another relic that I went into the entryway to Black Fathom Deeps. And there were some satyrs in there. I had to end up killing a couple satyrs, and I killed a couple Naga, and that's all it took. And I got the core gem. I think I came before I went and pulled the mage or whatever she is. Priestess, sorceress. Ooh, this is tough. I guess his level is 9. Not enough energy. Yeah, I'm trying to think like how I want to play this. Oh, great. That's not ideal. Maybe I can at least take her down and switch over to see what I can do. It's going okay. Get a second one. I can at least start his bleed process. Switch over to some healing. Hit him with that. fairy fire. I don't know if that's even worth it. Might have to end up using... Yeah, her staves are not very good. Let's see if I can hit the wrath. Oh my gosh, well, that's terrible. Try to save it for a healing touch, maybe. It was close. Gonna be tight. Thank you, God. Chase him down. She can't hit for crap because... Oh no. Oh my gosh. Let me eat some clams in celebration of that one. That was definitely me playing fast and loose with my life there. I gotta work on that stave skill a little bit. Yeah, so when we get back on the road after this, I'll read you the quest. If we haven't already, if I didn't, I think I might have read it on the last one. Actually, I think I did. But you basically go to Aberdeen, and the guy there is like, okay, I trust this paladin that you're telling me about. Someone that I guess he knew, the guy that's building Erator's paladin weapon. So he's like, normally, you know, I wouldn't trust people to go get these, this gem. But since it's him, what is a cat figurine? What? Oh my gosh, a ghost saber? Why would there not be a ghost saber here? Cat versus cat. Cat versus cat, fight to the death. Feel my wrath. Ghost saber. Can I loot something cool from it? Oh my gosh, a glowing cat figurine? It summons a ghost saber to fight for me for 10 minutes? Oh my gosh. I love that. I'm putting it... I wonder if it... Oh, is it like a one-time thing? I still think it's cool. See, little things like that are just, that is what's cool about Warcraft, World of Warcraft Classic. And you know, while I was running around, like, kind of, whining and moaning about the stuff I had to do for the Erator quest, somebody gave me some perspective where I just was starting to complain, and you know, like, oh man, this quest makes you run around, and it's so far, and it's so hard to find help, and there's so many different steps, and before I could even really get the complaint out, the guy's like, I know, isn't that what you love about Classic so much? It just makes you go out and explore the world, and it makes the world like a living place, and you know, I was like, you know, that's a glass half full way to look at it, and it's probably how I should approach this game that I spent so much of my life on. I just realized I wasn't doing my thorns anymore. So yeah, there's little cool, there's definitely cool things about the game. Lots of cool, obviously. And actually, I've been, not gonna lie, I'm having a lot more fun, for whatever reason, playing Classic than I have been playing Retail lately. I'm not one of these people that are like, oh, Retail sucks, you should never play it. I still like Warcraft and all its incarnations, but, and I talked about this in some of the other episodes, about why I think that is, and when in terms of pressure to constantly, you know, reach the ceiling for the current content. Whatever. So I ran down to Black Fathom Deeps with him after traveling. I did find the easier path. I didn't realize. I wish I had known, but sure, Menethil Harbor goes right to Aberdeen. I wish I would have known that with Callie. Would have been a way easier path for her to run. Whatever. I didn't even use my bleed on that guy. But whatever, it all worked out. Where on God's green earth are all these stupid statues? So you go down there. I got mine on the second drop. Like I said, I just pulled one at a time. It wasn't too bad. Then I went back and you have to get the quest first, or they'll never drop in the first place. And then you have to. Am I at Black Feather Peaks? No, I just had like a sense of dislocation where I was like, where am I? Then you run down from Aberdeen all the way down there, kill the guy, you get the gem, then you have to run back to Aberdeen, then he will cleanse the gem, and that's technically the quest that you've just turned in.
It is too far away.
Bruiseweed, nice. She's about to hit 21, that's also very nice. So then, I can't remember, but I think I mentioned that I was going to do this. But when I went to go travel, all in the chat, they were talking about, oh, the head's going to drop, the head's going to drop. Well, and it just so happened, I didn't go out of my way really to do it, that it was going to be convenient for me to be right there in Stormwind when the head dropped, which anybody that plays Classic or played a lot at that time knows that that's a big part of the end game meta, is making sure as frequently as possible you have that 2-hour mega buff that gets put out. So I got that buff, and then I just logged with my character because it stays on you. And my plan was, well, you know, I'll get there whenever I get to him, whatever. So, yeah. Heck yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Alright, so what skill should we pick? Oh, I was going to do this whole Nature's Grasp thing. Alright, fine. We're going to buff. It's going to be boring for a while. Because I don't have any moves anyway, so what does it even matter? Why would I buff the other stuff? I think I killed these guys. Should I head off into real stealth, actually, and do it that way. There's a rune right there. Just fight the ones that are near me. Love it. Great idea. It's almost like, I like how you can see my eyes. Like through my stealth mode, you can see my little yellow cat eyes. Meow, 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 you can see my cat eyes. So anyway, so then I logged off and I was like, okay, I'll use this buff, it'll be cool. And then I was playing with Maleficent the other day, and somebody in the chat was saying, hey, does anybody want to help me with this quest? And I told them, hey, give me 1 second. I will switch over to my paladin. That is the last step. He just needed the final step, which is to go to Shadowfang Keep. And this is actually slower. Oh, because it also heals you over time. Go to Shadowfang Keep and basically fight your way into the courtyard. About halfway through, it take to the spot where the 3 horses are. There are these 3 steeds, and I was worried that she was going to pick up on me. Okay, so the 3 steeds. You do have to, you kind of have to beat a mini boss. You have to beat the first little boss of the dungeon. But I guess there's ways to, like, you could just suicide run it, kind of, or because you're a paladin, you could just bubble it. Like, because you really don't need the boss, you need the guy that the boss is standing in front of to go open the gate. I think it's actually working a little better when I triple, because I think the bleed, yeah, it does. it's the same length no matter what. It's not like a rogue. So it's really, you're just increasing the power of the bleed by buffing those points up. So it's the balance of how are you going to get most bang for your buck, while also doing as much damage as you can. So I had another paladin. I'm level 24 with Erator now. He was level 20. He was already up in South Shore. I was in Menethil Harbor, I think at that point is where I ended up logging out. After I got the world buff, I just flew over there. So then I had to walk up through the rest of the wetlands. And then ooh, these are Dark Strand Fanatics. Back from the Tower of Althalax. There's a rune. Last one I'll need. I'm pretty sure this guy's good. Fight me, bro. Then I had to go through Arathi, or Alterac. No, Arathi. I don't even know. I guess it's, yeah, Arathi. This is forever. And then I had to go through the Hillspread Foothills, and I met the guy in South Shore when I was there. Thank goodness I finished that quest. Okay, so where am I even? Oh, I'm going way down to Onu for that. Okay, I need a sprint. I think there's a cat sprint. Alright, so I'm gonna just run, and I will mage well right there. It's far enough away I can loot it. And then you go through Silver Pine, and
I'm out of range.
you can get. Once we walked there together, and we went into the dungeon. Because there was 2 of us, we were able to handle small packs of mobs, 2 to 3 at a time, just alternating, healing each other. I had that good hammer from doing Dead Mines, and I'm a couple levels higher, so my DPS was pumping a little bit harder than his, but he was very well prepared. He had potions, he had engineering bombs, so he obviously had an alt that was feeding him the materials and playing the game that way. I've never loved that style. I get it. It's a good meta way to, I guess, make your people stronger. You have some characters that just farm, and then you have whatever character you like the best gets to have all the crafting, and especially in Classic, engineering. Because of all the interesting endgame engineering stuff, that's pretty much the only profession. If you want to be true meta in the raid game at the end, you have to be an engineer. And twinking, same thing. You pretty much have to be an engineer, because I guess you engineer alchemy. It would be the best for that too, because you need to be able to wear the different engineering gear. Alright, so now we're going all the way down back to Onu, so we've got ourselves a little walk on our hands here. So, when we play Erator next, you'll get to see me turn in that quest, because I did finish it. We fought our way through, we beat the boss. We did have to go run out and zone out a couple times, and then you go pick up the hammer. I haven't turned the quest in yet. I'm waiting for you guys on the show for that. But I should get a very, very good Ret Paladin weapon. It's specifically good for Ret Paladins also, so that's why even it does make the weapon I just got from Dead Mines become a little redundant, but that is what it is. Blue berry spelled like a bear. That's clever. Alright, so that's what I've been doing with Erator. I have also caught this quest up where I've done the same things that you guys saw me do, killing the Blackrock Orcs, and killing some gnolls. I did it with my Hunter Nestingwary, more or less pretty successful. I did it with Millie. I did die once with her because I forgot that she had Blink, and I forgot that Blink removed you from snares, and those orcs throw nets. So I had an incident where I pulled more mobs than I was expecting, and I couldn't get out because I was netted, and I forgot all about Blink. And then um, once I remembered I had Blink on my hotbar, then I was fine. So that's I guess the downside of trading, of going back and forth with all these different characters. On the Horde side, Talanji's ready to leave, like I said, to Ashenvale. She also, both Talanji and Muln have class quests they're going to do. So we're going to do a rogue class quest and then transition into Ashenvale with the next episode for her. She'll get a full-time slot. And Muln will too, because we're going to do his Call to Water quest where he can hopefully get some water totems, which is going to be good because I believe there's the Mana Spring Totem and the Healing Stream Totem, which are both... Go fight those guys for that. Very good, especially since I have switched his spec. I think for her, I don't know if she's going to get a weapon, but I'm hoping it's the Poison quest, because she's high enough level to start using poisons on her daggers, and it's a big part of the rogue game, having poisons. So I'm looking forward to that. Now Muln also, like I mentioned before, I just switched his spec. This whole time I had been experimenting with Tank Shaman, and I felt like it was okay. I mean, I didn't have a ton of threat generation, but I felt like it was okay. It was fine, and I was pretty survivable. But the combination of no ways to instantly generate threat. Try out my new thing. Yeah, I just did it, even though I wanted that herb. I just did it to try this out. Oh, is it just a one proc? That's it. One proc and you're done. One charge. Great. So it does. One person only can be affected by that. That's it. I wonder if that, at higher levels, if you get more charges of that. Or do I... Yeah, because all that does is increases the chance for them. They have a 50% chance to get entangling roots. So this is 60, then 75, then 8. What, I guess if you pick all four. Whatever, it gives you a snare. It's still not as good as, like, Blink, but something, I guess. But yeah, so I switched Muln over to healing spec, and rather than going like pure ultimate healing build, I feel like I'm gonna just pay the 5 gold to respec him after, and I'm doing a leveling build because it is a little bit rough to level as a healer, but in Classic, it depends. You know, like for instance, let's look at Resto Druids. As healers, they're fine. I like them. They're one of my favorites, actually, to heal a dungeon with a Resto Druid. I really like it. You have to be anticipatory because of all the hots that it takes, but in Classic, they're obviously fine. They have as good a kit as anyone. And in Retail, they're good. They're good for healing. However, in Retail, they were, in Shadowlands, just a bit, in BFA too, just abysmal. So terrible to play with. You essentially had to go respec, or which I wouldn't. I'm stubborn. I don't respec. I feel like I'm going to be the whole character, even though I know it's dumb. So I would just grind my life away on whenever I would play it, and it really just made me not enjoy my Resto Druid, because anytime I did something that wasn't a dungeon, I was miserable. So good news, they've changed that a lot. I played a little bit with him. I don't remember why, just kind of feeling it out. I really haven't spent a lot of time in retail, so I have a ton of level 60s, like almost 30, but I've only moved my main, maybe, and maybe, oh great. So that gives me 1. Oh, I guess they're gonna reset now. Okay. But yeah, so I played with my Resto Druid, and you get like a full-on assortment. Because before you literally had Moonfire, Sunfire, Wrath. That's it. That was your entire kit, and all of them very poor, like a 5-second long dot on each of them. And you just spam. That's it. You just cast those 2 dots and spam Wrath, and the damage is terrible. So I just took that. Farah. Rogue girl. Now you get like all kinds of stuff. You do have the majority of the suite. You have the Starfire. You have a lot more in the Feral and Bear tables to pull from. It just makes it to where you don't have to like respec every time you're doing PvE content solo. So I imagine that's how it is for most of the specs. A lot better. But I didn't want to go through that experience with my shaman at all, because I really liked him, so I wanted to keep liking him, so I picked like a leveling kind of build. So a couple other things that I wouldn't otherwise normally pick, which I'll spec off after, but for now, he's fine. Alright, let's turn in Mathystra Relics. Finally, 1 quest down, over half an hour into the episode. Alice here, as you're rooting through the ruins of Mathystra, been fruitful. Thank you. These relics are from a time when Mathystra shone. That once great bastion of the elves has faded, but shards of its magic remain. Let us hope we can unlock the secrets of that place before our enemies. Be vigilant, Shalasir. I will. Thanks for the useless sword. I will promptly sell it.
What brings you here?
A quest from the other side of the world, and I don't appreciate it. So if you could talk to him about... Oh, actually... Is this... No, you need shiny fish scales for someone. I think it's for shaman. They get like a water breathing skill. See, that's a pretty cool samurai sword, like the one I was talking about though. 15 copper for that? Oh, that's the trash cat figurine. This is, even that one only summons, that's a glowing one. Oh, I need that for that quest. I actually looked at that. Okay. Forgot about needing that. Alright, so that one's done. Now let's go to a Lost Master, see what's going on there. I think that's the one where we have to wear the little cape to be able to talk to him. Theralune's Escape. I don't even remember doing that quest. Obviously, we rescued someone. These are Moonstalker Sires. But yeah, so actually it's worked out. His DPS is actually up because since I'm not saving all my mana for constant lightning shields and dropping down the defensive buffs as much, because I don't have to worry about that when I can heal myself so easily and readily. So instead I could really focus on dropping more, a variety, fire, using my fire totems more, the different various shocks, just leaning into that, because now that I'm an intelligence build, intelligent spirit, I really have a lot more to work with. Okay, so here's the Blackwood Den. I don't know what this does. It does immunity to polymorph effects. So let's get out of here. Oh, I can't put it on. So it says, transform into a moonstalker and become invisible for 5 minutes. Okay, I can still put it on. Oh, great. Now I have to wait 30 seconds. It's actually better. I don't even know why I haven't been wearing this thing. Literally better armor. I forgot I joined the Alliance Secret Service. That's the guild that my wife and I are in. But yeah, so long story short, it's going pretty well. I wouldn't say that. I see people asking for ult all the time. Alright, so we are now an invisible moonstalker. I look pretty cool. Pretty nice change of pace there. Let's talk to Volcor.
I am listening.
Volcor doesn't look at you at all as you get close to him. He seems to be concentrating on keeping his bandages from falling off. After a moment, he looks up at you a little startled. Oh, sorry, druid. Now's not a good time. I hope you understand. Wonderful. Terenthes found someone to help me, and look, a moonstalker cloak. Oh, that hurts. Thank you, Chalice. The furbolgs wounded me before I managed to evade them. Give me a moment and I should be fine to talk some more. Well, the way I see it, Chalice, we have two options to consider for leaving this cave. We can make our way stealthily. I use the cloak you've given me and you'd be left to your own devices. Or, and this may be a harder option considering my wounds, we fight our way out back to back. I'll let you decide since you know your strengths better than I. I like that. I'm not going to pick this, but had we said escape through force, we would get this steadfast cinch, which is a better strength stamina one. And 14 silver. Alright, Chalice, force it is. Let's get out of here as soon as you're ready. We'll fight our way down to the road. The Grimclaw should still be there. Once there, we can part ways. Terenthes will want to hear your version of the story immediately, so head to Aberdeen after we make out of here. Okay, actually, let's do stealth because we can do that. And you get only 6 silver and some trash trousers. Why, if you were good at stealth, would they give you cloth? Riddle me this. Because you would either have to be a druid or a... Alright then, if you're sure, we'll sneak out of here. Let us leave when you're ready. Remember, after you escape, meet Terenthes back in Aberdeen. I'll be there on my own since I'll probably be moving faster than you. I guess I'm going to do that because it makes more sense for my character. And I don't want to do an escort quest. To be real. Oh, he's going to use that. He's taking my cloak too. Okay, this was a bad idea. I should have kept the better cloak. Thank you, Chalice. I'll make my way to the road now. When you can, find Terenthes and let him know he escaped. And that's it. So that quest is done and easy if you do it that way. And I guess you could, for much more reward and a lot more fun, you could fight your way out. I don't know why I didn't do that. Look how easy it is to just run out, too. You don't even need anything. I don't even need to be in stealth mode. Just walk out. Idiot. Whatever. I took the easy path, the path of least resistance, in order to help the show move on a little bit faster, but as you can tell, cuts down on your rewards. Yellow. Okay, so now let's, well, before we go turn that one in, let's do the other absent-minded professor while we're down here, because I believe this is pretty much the last one, other than we do need to do the escort quest for Sentinel Ainasha. But come heck or high water, I want to be done with this zone today. So, yeah, I did like that. And then now we're here with Chalice. We're going to be done with her, and then she'll move on to Ashenvale. And even though Talanji is, because one's Horde and one's Alliance, unless we have some serious redundant, like a neutral quest hub, we should be able to. They should still be able to pretty much get their own episodes. That shouldn't really affect anything. But I kind of like the idea of her starting right at the same time that Talanji's starting also. So that'd be cool. If my memory serves me, this quest. Oh, why don't I have the little drop quest? I thought there was a. I don't have trivial quest turned on. That's fine. Well, I mean, I turned it on, but I guess there are no trivial. But there's this. Did I already get that? I guess so. Maybe I already got the Trouble Within or whatever it's called. I thought there was a drop quest right here. But maybe we did that on a previous episode. I just don't remember. Very possible. Alright, let's find the old absent-minded professor. I like what I was trying to say was I think this is an escort quest. I don't know where the guy is. I think he walks around. That's a battered chest. Looks like someone's in the middle of doing it or has recently done it. He walks around, this old absent-minded professor, and the golem running after me. Wow, somebody's in there one-shotting them. I don't know if they're grinding or what. Because they've obviously killed the whole place out very fast because they haven't even had time to despawn. Alright, so we might have to wait for this dum-dum to spawn. That's annoying. And I don't know where he spawns at. We'll have to look it up a little bit once this cracked golem is done punching at me. I wonder if he'll ever, like, since I'm not moving out of his range, if he'll ever stop. Or if I'm going to eventually have to actually fight him. He'll finally quit. So they'll give up after a while, I guess, if you run him around. Good to know. Alright, so... I believe I looked this up once, and the deal is that he just spawns wherever. We got a little 42 down there. All right. But it's also possible that there's an entry somewhere. Another 22 also. I don't know where he spawns. And there's another 24 right there. So, no clue. I think if it's like retail, we'll team up because I don't want to. This way we can. Okay, so let's buff everybody up. Oh, this guy has all the stuff. So now we have to just wait, and that's all I think. Because if you look at when you do this retail, this is like a little Murloc base instead. It's not a golem thing. I don't know why they changed the story on that, but look at the rainy sunrise. But yeah, I guess he just spawns here. So let's we'll have to sort of look the absent-minded prospector. Let's look that up just so that we can read the quest content because they're probably going to just boom start it up. So it says, thank the stars oh, yeah. The quest starts and ends. So then Holly. Oh, that's right. You are not Holly. Where is Holly? Wow, that's beside the point. We must find that stone brush. I mean the mysterious fossil. We must find that fossil. The explorers lead in Darnassus will want some indication as to what I've been doing. Let me know when you're ready and we'll hunt down that brush. I mean fossil. We'll find something in writing to satisfy the League, so are you ready yet? There he is.
Well met.
Okay. And then he says, oh, that's the point that we're talking about.
Safe travel.
So, oh, sorry. They wanted to do it for the lore. I feel bad. Alright, so now we just have to escort them around. And this person's already cleared out. I don't know what they're grinding for. Obviously not XP. They must drop something. Now where did I put that mysterious fossil? Maybe up here. So nothing up here. Yeah. Oh. So he's already down there. No mysterious fossil here. Ah, but my copy of Green Hills of Stranglethorn. What a good book. Jeez, I don't know how that guy took that person out so fast. Maybe that other person's just grinding for, like, materials? Alright, but I like the little nod that we're gonna get. I bet you I left it in the tent. Oh wait, that's Hardy's tent and it's empty. Okay, I feel like with the way that they're all going, like I'm not even trying, like whatever. So yeah, I guess you just escort them around. It's a good thing that we're doing this together, because then you'd have to wait for the whole process 2 times, 3 times, whatever. But yeah, we're just basically following him around as he looks for his paintbrush slash or whatever, some kind of brush slash fossil. And then I think it sounds like it opens up a chain for us. So yeah, just escort him. Yeah, she's just farming coarse stone. I guess if you wanted to farm that from engineering. Interesting. I hadn't noticed this earlier. Oh wait, you're supposed to be looking for that mysterious fossil. Or maybe if you wanted some kind of... Either you're higher level and now you want to level up engineering. And this is faster than mining. Okay, I get it. Or you're trying to make a bunch of mid-level bombs. Nope, didn't leave the fossil back here. Ya ding-dongs.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Oh, I won it on greed. Whiz-bang's gunny sack. Oh, I'm still okay on loot. I mean, this is... As long as he wraps it up kind of soon, this is nothing compared to that Guns of Northwatch that we just recently did. Then we'll have to run up and turn this quest in. In Aberdeen. Run back. We might even have to go to Darkshore. So we got some running around. And then my goal is to hit this one up at the end. But if it takes too much time, if there's too much running around, then we did it. Ah, I remember. Gave it the mysterious fossil to Holly. Check with her. Alright, so... Alright. Okay, so we're all done. Now I'm gonna run back all the way up to Aberdeen. Actually, do I have a Hearthstone? Ooh, there's this hearth up there. Save us some time. Because even if we have to go to Darnassus, flying or sailing to Darnassus and back would be quicker than that walk right there, so... Just stay in camp for him, because that's fun. Alright, let's go tell Escape Through Stealth that we did that. If I do this on another character now, which I am, I'm gonna do this with, I'm working on the Darkshore quest right now with me and Lady Gleekon are about halfway through. We haven't done these yet, though, with our gnomes. Shall I see you? I'm pleased to see you have returned successfully. Your assistance to Volko has given me faith that we can overcome the challenges facing us here in Darkshore and beyond.
May the stars.
That's it. Okay, cool. So, otherwise, that's why you see Grimclaw on the road out there. If you decide to go by force, there's that second copy of Grimclaw. So that one's done. Oh, we are wrapping up this zone nicely. I just don't know what's going to go on with this absent-minded prospector guy, because it looked like there was a whole chain. And there might be, and maybe this ties into a different quest. I don't know.
Hello.
Thank the stars, Prospector Rim Traveler is safe. We told you he was absent-minded. Can't believe he insisted on staying there with all those horrible creatures lurking about. So, the Prospector wants to send the mysterious fossil to the Explorers League in Darnassus? Don't feel right leaving Darkshore without him. Here, Shalasir, deliver the mysterious fossil to Chief Archaeologist Grey Whisker in Darnassus. And then he'll give me some stuff. So we are... Oh, I guess I forgot to hit.
How are you?
Okay, so we are going to have to go to Darnassus and back. Oh well, not a big deal. Ugh, I'm kind of bummed up. I mean, it's really because it's between that. I don't want to improve Wrath. So if I'm going to go this and I want to unlock... I don't need that. Moonfire, I feel like not really. There we go. Natural Shapeshifter. That's a useful one.
Goddess, watch over you.
All the damage you do with physical attacks in all forms. That's why.
What brings you here?
At least it's free to go to Darnassus. So that would be that's what I want. Plus it doesn't hurt to get that. But what else do we have here? Moment of Clarity. A clear casting state, which that's also super useful. It's only 1 point. Don't care about that. I mean, Improved Thorns is not terrible. So if I wanted to knock that out, Natural Shapeshifter is not too bad. And then I would give myself, like, whatever, 1 point of Improved Thorns or something. If you really wanted to get... No, but I don't need any of the other stuff. So I would pick this. And that will naturally unlock with that. I don't need anything unless I wanted the Natural Shapeshifter. That's a potentiality. I don't want anything else in Feral. So I don't want any of that. Because that's for bear form only. And Insect Form, Reflection. Yeah. So the rest is all Feral. Attack power... And the damage caused by your Ferocious Bite, which I don't have Ferocious Bite yet, but that's another good one to have. So if I don't learn Ferocious Bite anytime soon, this Natural Weapons is a good one to pick up. And I just like Omen of Clarity. Oh, it's an instant cast. Each of the melee attacks has a chance to enter clear casting state. Okay. Alright, so we are going to be turning this in, flying back, then running all the way back down there to do the escort quest. Oh, is it the summertime festival? No thanks. We'll do that in the future. Actually, I don't even know. Because, like, if we wrap around and we're doing this, I don't even know what I'm doing this at a later date, I'd consider it. But more likely than not, we'll either just read the quest or we'll wait until we're closer to being done. Then we'll come back. Because I don't even know when they added those festivals. Christmas was the first event they added, and we haven't got to the point where we've unlocked that yet. He's in there. And we don't have any powers to learn about. Twilight Falls. It's Twilight Falls. Let's look that up. Twilight Falls WoW Classic. Make sure this is a Black Fathom Deeps. Okay. So we want to pick that one up. That's so yeah, we got to do that. Let's go grab that before we forget. I don't want to forget about it. Okay, so that will give us a fourth quest for Black Fathom Deeps. Not quite ready to do it yet. Yeah, so I've been doing the different quests with the lady. We haven't finished Barons. I think I talked about that last time on our Horde, but with our gnomes, we have been doing Darkshore, and I mean, there's a lot. You've seen it with Shalacir. I'd say we're probably, I don't know, close to around halfway done with it. I mean, do I have any, if I had some, she's the one that can make clam chowder. I always tell my wife, I'm like, I know there's a clam chowder recipe. This is alchemy. It must be upstairs. Oh, she's an alchemist, I forgot about that, actually. While I'm here, why not? Let's buy some bottles.
My goods are of the
Alchemy
highest
supplies, let's see. Empty vial. Buy a couple packs. Oh, it takes 2 each of those. Okay. That takes Black Fathom oil, so she's the one that needs Black Fathom oil. Okay, I can build. I like those elixirs of wisdom, actually, they're good. So much swift thistle. Yeah, I guess she can make some minor fortitudes. Just to do something with these things. And make a couple minor rejuvenation potions. Don't really want any of those though. Okay, so I didn't really get anything. All of that shopping, and it's because I need this. Or Black Fathom. Well, I guess I'm gonna put the Swift Thistle in the bank. Let's put these others in the bank. The mysterious fossil looks like a clam to me. So awesome that I got that cat figurine. I don't think I need these stones actually on this character. Leather? I don't need that on this character. Don't need the core stone, that's for sure. And some of that other stuff I could probably cook.
Good luck, friend.
Alright, so nothing I can really do.
I am listening.
Oh, she can learn swim speed?
May the stars guide you.
Oh. I can make one. Nice. I don't care about it.
Greetings.
I have aquatic form, so I don't care about swim speed potion. Sell that back. But I will keep these others as little buffs, and I will work on cooking some of this other stuff. Oh, I don't want that either. I don't care about those. Okay, so let's go upstairs and get that quest. Don't worry about the cooking later. I think I have that much.
Peace be with you.
Twilight Falls. Powered by the ancient rites of the chaotic old gods, the members of the Twilight's Hammer strive to bring about the return of their dark patrons and spread death and terror across the world. We believe that the Twilight's Hammer has allied with the Naga and are amassing in Blackfathom Deeps on the coast of Ashenvale. Whatever evil plan brews in the depths of the old temple must be thwarted. Wage war on the Hammer and bring back proof of your deeds. Your efforts will be rewarded.
Farewell.
She's probably the only one that's going to do Blackfathom Deeps, because the rest don't matter. Oh, she can't. She needs to get more linen to use that wool. Whatever. I'll let her keep it for now. Okay. Let's go. Now we're gonna go to find this, whatchamacallit, absent-minded prospector. Okay. Yeah, so we've had some yes-so. What's this? Mature blue dragon sinew. Oh, it's just a map. Dazzling long sword. A lot of the ending purple gear is super cool. That's another thing. Like purple gear nowadays is like, all right, cool, purple. Because there's orange, there's legendary, but there's a lot of the end game stuff. Like you're really looking for it. And then you just keep grinding those dungeons, those instances over and over again, I guess. I don't even know. This is people in the guild talking about whatever. Here we have Deucevult, who is a level 1 human. So he's gotten someone without leveling up to port him. Well, this guy is in this temple. Oh, I think he's off to the side. I wish I could get like a passive buff that would just make cat form faster. Or heck, how about a mount? I'll take that. Travel form. Probably at level 40. Alright.
Great to meet you.
What can I do for you, Night Elf? Oh my, leave it to Prospector Ram Travel to discover. Such a find.
Okay, the gloves are a little better. I could choose. Do I want strength and agility or intellect and spirit? Now strength says melee weapons, but I'm pretty much using melee weapons when I'm in cat form, I would imagine. And the agility is crit, armor, dodge. And I don't care, I'm not attacking, so I'm going to go with those. I think that's going to be better. Let's put those on.
This fossil bears a striking resemblance to one I once saw in Ironforge. An archaeologist by the name of Flagungut brought it to our annual Explorers League conference. He believed the fossil had a power which could be unlocked somehow. Last I heard, Flagungut had holed up in the Deepwater Tavern in Menethil Harbour, taking an escort to the Huelgar excavation site. Seek him out and show him Rem Travel's fossil. Perhaps he can reveal the secrets of the past. The ship to Menethil departs from Aberdeen.
And right there, he tells you that. So let's find out where this leads us. It is making me lean towards. We're gonna do that last escort quest on the next episode. We will use it to segue into Ashenvale rather than doing that today, because we've just passed our 1 hour mark, and now we're gonna have to wait for the ship over to over to Menethil, and who knows where this quest will take us from that point. It looked like it was I'm not surprised, because it did look like over there that it was a 4 or 5 part quest. So one was bringing it back to the girl, 2 was bringing that to here. 3 now, he's having us drop it off. So we've got at least one more step, I believe. If not, 2 more steps. I guess we'll see. We'll move over flying. We'll take a peek and at least see how many steps there were. And we might have done a step that I just forgot about too. But I don't think so. A neat little flame turban he has on. Mecha Huge. HC. He's a festival lore master. Looks kind of dark iron dwarfish.
What brings you?
Alright, so we're gonna go back to Aberdeen for free. Yeah, so not Twilight Pulse. Let's take a peek. Yeah, so we did that. Then this one she asked us to go find him, which we did. That was the Alliance version. Then you do that and he says, so, oh, I see. Step 1 is his escort quest. Step 2, you're bringing it back to her. Step 3, and then step 4, this is the last step. So this is probably just a breadcrumb to Menethil. That's my guess. Which, that's okay. Like, we're not gonna read it right now, but does it open anything else? I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. Looks like it's just talking about the chain. So, this is the final, this is kind of like our end. So what we'll do is, we will go over to Yowzers. I don't know what's long. I was going to say we'll go over there and then I'll hearth back here to Aberdeen. Then on the next level we'd have to walk down there. Well, I guess let's see how long the boat takes us, because we can't hearth back right now. Because waiting for the boat there and back is a bit tedious. Maybe we'll do it. It's just, I guess let's just feel it out. We're only just a little bit over our hour. And we really are done now that this is the end of the line. Dwarfs are always asking me a beer. Maybe I should take them up on it. There's Oily Blackmouth. I don't see a ship, so dang it. Let's see if I can make it there in time. I was gonna say I will fish for that, but not if it's gonna make me miss my boat. And I don't know if this one, Strangle Kelp down there too. What's he say?
Greetings.
Okay, the northern dock. From the southern dock, you can find passage across the Menethil Harbor. So this is the southern dock, so I don't want to miss the boat. Not worth missing the boat over. Sneakatha. Tabitha or something. Actually, we have the same hairstyle. But she is gray-haired and I'm green-haired. Other than that, we're extremely similar looking. Similar. Our facial paint is a little bit different. I'm just analyzing it. But we've got like a very similar facial structure. I guess mine's a little different than hers. Mine's a little bit more narrow. But skin tone is can't tell if it's the lighting or yeah, I don't know. Either I'm more in shadow or I'm just darker than her. Yeah, I think I might be darker. My skin tone might be darker. this is what you're doing in Warcraft Classic, just scrutinizing the character automated process. This is what you should have done. This is how really It's not crazy easy. You still have to go to Loch Modan and then around the Wetlands Road to get there. But it's not as crazy hard as you would think. Like, I made it so much harder with Callie. So much harder. So while we're here, let's make sure we get the flight path so that we can fly direct here. Well, one day we'll fly direct here. So we're in Barradin Bay, Menethil Harbor. We're going to get the flight path and turn that in. We're not picking up any of the quests, but now we know that she has a path over to Wetlands. I don't think she's going to go there. Her path is going to take her to Ashenvale. But yeah, actually, you know what? She does. She's listed on as going to Hillsbrad. So she would come up and go over to Hillsbrad Foothills. So she will actually quest over here because she'll kind of bottleneck herself. Maybe I need to switch that around and do some, like, off camera, just kind of shake it up a little bit because I don't know why I have some of the things that I have listed. So I'll take a peek at that. Okay, so we discovered the Deepwater Tavern. That's good. Oh, actually, let me get the flight path before we go talk to this guy. Alrighty. Okay, so we have a flight path.
Well met. Farewell.
I do not know any place connected to here, so I can't actually do it. But you know what? I think based on the just comfort and convenience of this being an inn right here, I think once we turn this quest in, we will log. And then next time, we'll hearth back and use the breadcrumb quest that will take us into Ashenvale. Alright, buddy.
How are you?
What you got there, friend?
I have a fossil, I guess? What does it let me do? A letter to Delgrin, but yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Oh my, you say this came from the distant lands of Kalimdor. Amazing. Simply amazing. Prospector Welgar now holds the original fossil at this site in the wetlands. When I discovered the Stone of Relu, I believed it to be the key to unlocking
A biscuit.
the mystery of the fossil. When I travelled on the road to meet Welgar, I was attacked by raptors and the relic was lost. I don't know which one of the Motto's beasts swallowed the relic, but if you can retrieve it, I can unleash the power of these artifacts. Bring me both the Stone of Relu and the original fossil he holds.
Great, and what will that do for me? Just let me have one of these daggers? Seems like this is more of like a...
See you soon.
Fine. Let's go do this. It's a level 24 quest. And we need that? What the heck? What's the point? Does this open... What's this quest called? It's still called the Absent-Minded Prospector. This is the final step, right? Yeah, so... This is the end of the chain, but... It's a little bit high level for us. Because the mobs are up to level 25. And... I would still consider it if the quest reward was worth it, but I don't need a dagger, nor do I want that two-handed axe. So since the quest reward isn't worth it, what I think we'll do is we'll save it. And later on, we'll save the quest in the book, because she's the only character that's going to be able to complete this quest. And then later on, when she comes back and goes to make her way up through, up into Hillsbrad Foothills, or wherever I end up sending her, we'll consider it. And if not, we'll do it in the next episode. So I'll do a little research and do a little shaking. But for now, I think hopping into the bed we go. She can't. She's too tall to get into a dwarven bed. Fine. I'll just sit in this chair. And that's it. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. Thank you everybody so much for watching and for listening. And I will see you in the not too distant future with another episode of Lore of Warcraft.